Alright guys, so we're able to fetch the search results. You can see them down here in the console. Now we want to obviously show them in the page. So let's come back to our page here. This is properties slash search results slash page JSX. And I'm going to get rid of this console log. And then let's start to bring in some other things that we need. So we're going to bring in the link component. So link from next link, and we're going to have an arrow component because I do want to have a back to properties link. So that's going to be, what is it, FA, I think it's arrow, FA arrow alt, yeah, circle left is what we want. And then let's bring in the property card because that's how we're going to display our properties. And then finally we'll bring in the spinner. And then let's go down to the return. And let's see, get rid of that. And we're going to say return. And then if it's loading, then we'll show the spinner. We have to pass the loading into the prop here. Else, then let's open up some parentheses. And I'm going to grab from one of the other property pages. We'll go to properties page.jsx. We'll just grab this section right here and put that right in here. Except I'm going to change a couple things here. We're going to let's add a title right above where we check the length of the properties. So in H1 we'll do text dash 2XL, and let's do what else do we want to do here? If we can say font dash, we don't need font bold. Let's just do margin bottom 4. And we'll say search results. And then it's going to give us a message here if there's no results. So we'll just say no search results, or no search results found. And then down here it'll just go through the properties, which we should already have in our state. And then we're going to show a property card for each one. Now the only other thing I want to do is have a backlink. So let's go right in the first div here under the section, and let's put in a link. And the href is going to be to just slash properties. And then I'm going to add a class name here of, let's do flex and items dash center. We'll do text dash blue 500, and on hover we'll do an underline, and we'll do margin bottom 3. And I just want to put an arrow there as well, so we'll put that actually what we can do is wrap the arrow in the link tag. So in here we'll say FA arrow circle left. And I'm just going to add a class name here of margin right 2 and margin bottom 1. All right, so let's see what that looks like. Let's see, there's no text there. So after the arrow, let's say back to properties. And there we go. So we have, this is our result for Chicago studio. So Chicago, Illinois studio. And now let's go back to properties. And I'd like to put a search form here. We'll do that in a minute, but let's search for something else. So I'll search for something in the name. So like this one right here. Actually, is there anything we can search for that will give us multiple results? Let's see. Loft, okay, downtown. So we have cozy downtown loft and modern downtown studio. So let's search for, let's just say down in all. And there we go. Now if I search for down and studio, I should just get the studio. So that seems to be working perfectly. Now, what I'd like to do is have the search here as well, because if we search for something, sure, we get the results, but then we have to go back to the home page to search. So I want it on the search results page as well as just the regular properties page. So we can do that pretty easily because we already have that. We have the search form in a component. So let's first go to the search results page, which we're currently on, and let's import from here property search form. And let's see, we're going to come down to the return, and we're going to want to take, let's see, the whole return right here. So all the way down to this closing parentheses. I'm just going to cut that for now. And then let's return a fragment. Okay, and then I'm going to put a section here, and this is where the search will go. It's going to be wrapped in a section with the class of BG-blue-700 and PY-4. And then a div with the class of max-w, so max width 7XL, MX-auto, PX-4, flex, flex-call, and items-start. And then we're going to just pass in here on small screens. Then we want PX-4, and on small screen, I'm sorry, no, we just want on small screens PX-6, and on large screens we'll do PX-8 to make that look right. And then in this div is where we'll put the property search form. All right, now what we just cut, I'm going to put that right under the section. Let's see, we'll paste that in. Is that right? So I put the, oh, you know what? Let's put curly braces here and then paste in that. Get rid of that semicolon. And looks like there's no errors, so let's save. Now let's search for something. And there we go. So now we have a search box here. So if I put, let's put new search, so we can just keep searching. You see New York, that's why that came up. If I put downtown, studio search, downtown all search. Now if I put nothing and keep all, it takes me to the properties page because it shows that's all. Now I do want the search there as well, so let's pretty much do what we did here on the properties page as well. So we'll go to app properties page.jsx, and yeah, we want to basically do the same thing. So I'll grab, how should we do this? I guess let's just kind of do the same thing, I guess. You know what I'm going to do is copy this entire return on the search results and put it right above this one, or right below this one, which ends here. And then we're just going to grab the section here. Okay, we'll copy that, and then we'll completely delete this return. And then we'll come down here and we'll replace this section because it's a little different. So let's save that, and now if we go to the properties page, okay, so we didn't bring in property search form yet, so let's do that. So import property search form, save, and loading is not defined. Oh, you know what? This is so this is a server component. So let's see. Let's not. Yeah, I guess we don't have to do the loading thing. So we can just completely get rid of this and this. Let's try that. There we go. So now if I were to search in here, it will then take me to the search results page. So that's it. Our entire search system is implemented. So the next thing I want to do in the next section is start on our messaging system, because I want people to be able to fill out one of these forms and have it go to store in the database in a messages collection, and then whatever user gets it should see it here, reflected here, with however many new messages they have, and they'll be able to read the messages on the website.